Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure out here at the smaller Buffalo Hole. Hadn't been here in a while. Just doing a little fun fishing, testing lures, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are doing well. Ooh, was that a bite there? No. It's a windy day, but you wouldn't really know it because I'm behind the trees. And I'm just kind of scoping stuff out and hopefully catch a few. I'm using a little sneaky underspin with some hair I tied on it. And it's got like a little twin tail on the back of it. So hopefully we'll catch something. Man, look at that thing. Whew, that looks good. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. My name's Alan, and I'm usually making videos, fishing videos of some type. Looks like the water's up, but it's down from the last time I was here. Looks like there's some bed evidence right in here. Check out that log. I know I've got lures stuck on there, but I'm not going to wade in there and pull that out. Yeah, the channel's growing thanks to you guys. Thank you for all your support and all the views and interactions and all that good stuff. Yeah, we're in between Arctic blasts. We had heavy north wind and cold air yesterday, and then today it's a warm up. Then tomorrow more cold air is supposed to sink in, so these fish are going to be like wondering what is going on here. There's even a smaller Buffalo Hole than this one that I may fish on the way home. All right, guys, I think we're hooked up. We are hooked up. Hey, it's a little pencil neck crappie. He's not very big. There we go. He's a good little fish. Head right to that log. So this is what I caught him on. Little sneaky underspin. I tied some hair on there. It's got a little twin tail. Looks really nice in the water. Last time I was here, I was catching him right off the end of that. All those logs and stuff, but I was using a little jig spinner. This one isn't weedless, so I'm not going to risk it yet. I've got the other one that I can throw. To push that. Man, it's so peaceful out here. There we go. Right out in the middle. Oh! He came off. I couldn't even see what it was. I had a good hook set. What the heck? Dang it. happened there, guys? I think he just threw it. Crazy. Oh yeah, and there you can feel the wind right there. Just working the jig spinner with a Lake Fork little magic minnow. I worked the end of that tree right there. Nothing doing. Saw a couple swirls here. Pitched out there, nothing doing. These little baits from Lake Fork are really nice for crappie fishing. They've got that segmented body. And they look really natural in the water. Look at all this cabbage I've been having to wade through. See here at some point, the bass will start making beds down in there. Pretty cool stuff. Now we just need some bites, huh? This looks like it may be a good day to pitch a jig and bounce it along, or like a jackhammer, like a stealth blade. Guys, I'm just walking this bank here, throwing a Denny Brauer structure jig with a little Great Lakes Finesse juvie crawl. And I'm pitching these little undercut banks here. Comes right through. I mean, I've caught them before doing this. I made a video on it. See, like here's a little trench right here. Except those I was using the working man's Great Lakes Finesse jig. Swim jig for that one, for the Great Lakes Finesse. I was catching them right in here and in this corner. So I'm using the Victory 12 and 12 on this one. Man, that looks good in the water. Look at this, guys, a little beaver slide, a little hog slide. So anytime you see any kind of changes in the contour, just pitch it. I just gotta watch out for my shadow. foliage here. That's unusual. Alright, see those tree branches? That pocket right there, I've caught a ton of them. And of course the wind picks up as soon as I start casting down in there. So this one, anytime you feel it get stuck on something, give it a quick pop and then pause it. Because what'll happen is they'll see it and they'll be real curious and more apt to hit it on once you pull it free. This one's cool because it's got that little rattle in it. Right there. Feel it bouncing off all kinds of stuff down there. There we go. There we go, boys. See, you just gotta, once you pull it free through something and it gets stuck, you just gotta let it sit there. Here we go. Check out this pig. Well, this is a nice one. Big old fatty right there. Check that sucker out. There we go. Just right here, pitching the jig right there. Good stuff. So right in there I could feel it bouncing around all kinds of trees and twigs and grass. How's it going? Yeah, thank you. say anything else, but anyway, whew. Man, that's always nice when you come across a couple of 2-3 bombshells when you're fishing and they see you pull in a big fish. All right, let's see. Okay, so this is what I'm throwing right here. It's got the little rattle on the bottom, and it's just that structure jig from Strike King, that Denny Brauer edition. So working it right in there, I can feel all kinds of debris when I'm pulling through there, and it just caused a commotion. All of a sudden, bang! See, like there, I'm letting it sit because I got stuck on something. So the jig is the most natural. Stuck on something there. Let it sit there. The jig is just such a great natural presentation. You got a little couple rattles on there, makes it tick 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 tick. Man, it is so much fun to throw these. And I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination on throwing jigs. I mean, I'm poor to lucky for the most part, but I have fun doing it. It's a lot of fun, that's for sure. I think the ones that I really like are anything from Beast Coast. I'm testing this one out, but Denny Brauer's, his line of stuff is going to be good. Look at that right there. Who else? The CJ Flip from Spro, the Doc Rocket from Picasso. All right, guys. I lost a little Ned rig on that tree branch I was goofing around earlier. It goes out a lot further than you think. But I'm coming back. What was that? Oh, I'm tangled on the tip. New mistake, huh? Okay, so I'm coming back to where I caught that crappie and had another good strike with this little homemade sneaky underspin setup. I just whacked that big bass on that Denny Brauer structure jig. I'm gonna pitch that in this one little, I mean even smaller buffalo hole. Yep, still looks good in the water. So I need to make some more of these. I just get the sneaky underspin and I get some bucktail hair, tie it on there, put a little trailer on there. It's a little twin tail. I think I'm gonna start using all Maxcent trailers. I had something the other day when I was fishing on a jig where it was just thump, 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 thump. And it felt like a bluegill just pecking at it. Then thump, thump, thump. And then I see my line moving a little bit. I mean, this was over like a 3-minute period. So I see my line moving and I set the hook and it was a big bass. And when I pulled it in, I looked at it. The craws were chewed off of that Maxcent crawl that I was using, trailer. So when it was down there, I paused. He hit the legs and was eating those. He ate both of them. And then I guess he went for the rest of it and put the whole jig in his mouth, and I caught him. Oh, see, that's that stinking tree goes way out there. Anyway, so I was like, man, he was eating that because of the Mac scent. And so I stood there and I looked at it for a while and I was like, oh my gosh, could it be this simple? So then I took a General, you know, the bigger, that kind of Senko, I think it's called the General, and I cut that in half and I put it on a net head to make a bigger one, and I pitched it down in there and bump, pulled it up, and I had a huge bluegill, but he wasn't hooked, he was just gripped on the end of it. So I was like, yep, that makes sense, a real deal. Crazy. Oh, I'm gonna pause. I thought I had a hit there. Dang. All right, one more cast here, and then we're gonna go scope out that other place. Technically it's for kids, but in the wintertime nobody's there. I mean, it is a small little buffalo hole. I mean, you could have room for 2 buffalo in there and that's it. Now granted, they use a lot of space, but so last time I was here, I walked that bank over there and I was catching fish left and right using the jig spinner with different baits, that little grub from Lunker City. But I walked that bank again and nothing doing. But see, that was back when the weather was still nice. It was in December, but it was, you know, mild. All right, one more cast, then we're gonna go check out this other little hole. There we go. There's white bass in here. I've only caught one of those. Never caught one since. Caught a warmouth. I've never caught one since. Those are on a MEP spinner. I didn't throw in the MEP spinner today. Mainly because I was just curious about testing this little guy out more. Threw some other stuff. There's a prop bait by 6 cents that I tossed out here. It's a nice prop bait. Little spy bait, actually. Man, that thing's got chrome and it's got just awesome flash. I don't know how in the heck that thing didn't get crushed by a crappie or a bass. All right, we're gonna hike back to the truck and then go to that spot. Maybe one more cast, one more good one. Sorry guys, I'm looking back because I got these trees and junk in here behind me. I don't want to get hung up in that. So the 3 bombshells that were walking the dog when I caught that big bass came out over there and we're walking the trail. They'll probably come back out here one day and try to catch some fish after seeing me catch that big one. All right, one more cast, one more. Kind of like with my sweetheart. One more kiss, just one more. One more for the road. Oh, there was a definite thump there. But I think it was just cabbage. Yep, I got a little cabbage on there. All right, let's go check out this little hole. And I know there's big catfish in there and a ton of panfish. And I've caught 2 different times I've got some big bass in there. So we'll see if we can pull something out of there again. One, I was testing the Weston, what was it, Lunker, not a Lunker log, that's Guggen, I think. But Weston had a, where are they at, a Scandinavia or someplace? They had this cool little Senko looking deal. I got it on a mystery tackle box. And I'm gonna run it right through here. And I had a nice hit on a bass. I was using a blue color. I may have that on video actually. I'll have to go back and check and see. Weston's trying to get into the US market a little more. They have some really nice stuff available in Europe for their, those walleye or zander or whatever they call them. Oh man. All right, let's go check out this pond. All right. So this little pond, I've had snakes chase my whopper plopper. I've caught tons of panfish, microfishing in here, caught some big bass. It has been maybe 4 years since I fished this. This thing may not have recovered after a drought, so we're gonna find out, see what's in here. We're gonna start off with this little dude. I know they put catfish in here. They put a ton of catfish. There used to be tons of bluegill in here too. There used to be crappie in here. I think people figured out that there was crappie in here and they fished them all out. I hadn't even seen any chasers. This is where I learned to hone my skills with a whopper plopper, and I caught some on the whopper plopper. Yeah, we had a really bad drought. And to be honest, I don't know if anything survived. I mean, that's probably why I quit coming here, because the water was so low that, I mean, you could walk out a good 20 yards here. All right, let's walk this bank and pitch this jig around. See what we can find. So we'll start over there and just kind of hop it. But one of the biggest strikes I ever had microfishing was here. It's an awesome fish. On a dinky, like one of those little trap magnet craws. I mean, it just got annihilated. And he took off swimming. I set the hook and pow, there went the line. Nothing around that bush. Oops. That was not good. Way too hard in there. So I messed that one up. But I'd already dropped it in there a couple times. Oh, there's a bobber. Ooh. Keep this guy. Normally this is so snake infested. Water moccasin central. Then I never fish this side. Yeah, normally when I'm fishing, see the tree? The water's all the way up to the base of the tree. Check that out. There's like a buzzard hotel. Sheesh. Crazy. I've fished this before. I did a snake pit video. I mean, this thing is so shallow. Crazy. All right, throwing a little sneaky underspin. This thing actually has a little bit of water. It was down to almost nothing. And the last time I fished here, it was high water, and the water was, I'd be standing in about waist deep water right now. But this, I don't know what the deal is here. This isn't really I don't think it's ever been like a pond with actual fish. It's like a drainage area. I mean, I talked to the guys that maintain this area, and they said usually waterfowl lands here, and that's about it. They've never seen any panfish even. I forgot this was back here because the water was so low. And the last couple times I went to go check on the other little buffalo hole there. Yeah, I'm not even getting any follows. All right. Well, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for me for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Had a lot of fun checking out some spots I hadn't been to in forever. Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Do you see the wake there? Why didn't you hit this? That's not wind. That was like a legit wake. I see a bunch of bird prints in there. I'm gonna go check out this other pond over here. It's to my left. Dang. Check out this carcass. Boy, something just got obliterated. Deer. Yeah, you can see where it used to be in here and it dried up. This would be a good spot for crappie if it was full. Oh, man. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye. Now get out there and get your lures wet.